I look forward to, if we do go to trial with these people, I will love to see the testimony of the people they said negotiated that deal pre-annexation. I'll happily open up that court for them to come and testify.
It looks like Palm Coast Mayor Mike Norris will get his wish, as attorney Michael Cimento confirmed yesterday to the Palm Coast Observer that his client, developer Burn Dog PCP, will move forward with a lawsuit against the city. On February 4th, the Palm Coast City Council rejected the developer's claim that it had been unlawfully denied the ability to maximize its property's development potential. The Cascades project, located 3 miles south of Seminole Woods Boulevard, has been seeking approval to build 850 residential units, more than double the 416 units originally approved when the land was under Flagler County's jurisdiction. Cimento said yesterday that the city has left his client no other option but to file suit under the Burt Harris Act and other causes of action. The city council voted to cap the development at 416 units, citing concerns about overdevelopment. Burn Dog responded with a letter invoking the Burt Harris Act. However, the council, led by Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri, stood firm, rejecting the claim and accepting the risk of litigation. The developer maintains that it has always been entitled to 850 units and argues the city's decision is unlawful. Cimento said the lawsuit will be filed in the future as deemed appropriate. Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, February 12th. A busy weekend for law enforcement in Flagler County. Karen Johnson has a recap.
First, there was an interesting traffic stop, according to Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
When a deputy in our problem area crime enforcement unit conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle after observing it running multiple stop signs. The driver, a 52-year-old Flagler Beach man, appeared nervous, and during a subsequent search of the vehicle, he was found to be in possession of marijuana, trafficking amounts of fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine in various pills. They were all controlled substances. He was arrested and taken to the Green Roof Inn.
Then deputies responded to a shoplifting incident at the Walmart in Palm Coast.
In another case, deputies responded to Walmart in Palm Coast concerning a shoplifting in progress. The individuals left the store and were located by a deputy sheriff as they turned onto Palm Coast Parkway. The deputy conducted a traffic stop and then arrested 2 individuals, including a fugitive from Volusia County and Putnam County.
In all, Flagler County Sheriff's deputies made 10 arrests, handled 649 calls for service, and made 145 traffic stops. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, nobody wants to raise rates, particularly on those folks that are on a fixed income.
The Palm Coast City Council held a workshop yesterday to talk about the city's utility rates. City Councilwoman and Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri said before the workshop, city staff gave a presentation on what Palm Coast needs to address its aging infrastructure.
So we hired somebody to do what's called a gap analysis. As I'm sure a lot of people remember, we had a utility analysis and workshop last year when we were looking at rates and looking at impact fees and all that. That's when we decided not to raise rates on the residents, but to look at impact fees and see what we could bring in for that. And then we were also hoping to get appropriations from the state. We didn't get those, unfortunately. So that's why we're now looking, we had to kind of hire this company to come in and do this extra analysis to see what we're looking at in order to pay for these improvements.
Pontieri says the city's infrastructure can't keep up with Palm Coast's growth.
When you annex in property and then double density, it makes it very hard to plan for infrastructure. So you had certain council members say, I would rather drink antifreeze than raise taxes, but I'm going to approve a whole ton of development that's going to cause the infrastructure needs to increase. So when you obviously bring in more people and you put strain on infrastructure, that comes with a cost. So unfortunately, yeah, we are dealing with some pretty tough decisions that we have to make. Nobody wants to raise rates, but we also have to have water in this city.
In other news, more than 30 residential streets in Palm Coast are receiving a fresh layer of microsurfacing, a cost-effective asphalt treatment designed to extend road life, covering 23 lane miles, equivalent to 11.5 miles of roadway. This maintenance project will help delay more extensive and costly repaving by 5 to 7 years. The city introduced microsurfacing last year and has continued the effort in 2025, with asphalt paving systems handling the work. This year's project comes at a cost of approximately $1 million. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.